guys, my name is Julia. I'm very excited about this course, and as a future school counselor, I find this class to be extremely important and useful. So, I took a similar course in my undergrad. It was psychology of learning, and so I have a little foundation um, with all these terms. And chapter one and chapter two were very helpful because I was able to kind of remember back on what I have learned and what I forgot. And so, um, chapter one kind of deals with the theories of learning, and I love that. I loved learning about it. So, kind of talking about behaviorism versus cognitive perspective. I tend to lean more towards cognitive. Like the cognitive theory, basically just because I enjoy the mental process behind it and kind of the definition that comes with it. I also think that just we learn so much through observing, and especially at such a young age. Right now, I'm with first graders, and they all they do is observe, I think, and they say things and do things, and I'm just like, wow, you learned that, and it wasn't even from me. So it's very cool to see kind of where their brains come through and just how different they are. I think this class will help me in my career as a school counselor because I will be able to understand people, children, students in a different way than I couldn't before. Chapter two kind of talks about the brain, so the development of the brain and how that has to do with the psychology and where our memory comes from, where our feeling and our thinking and our attention, which is extremely important working with children. Just kind of understanding that wow, the brain is still growing at such a fast pace, and kind of their developmental speed and where they need to be up to par. Well, also, as humans and as students, like they're so different. And I see a lot in the classroom that a very brilliant student, but they may have trouble just getting started or sitting down. They may have trouble recalling something we just talked about, but when you get them to do the work and they understand how they're going to do it, when they're going to do it, where they're going to do it, and they can touch and feel, it's like nothing is stopping them. So it's just cool to kind of understand the background of that. A researcher, Dr. Careser, and so she is a clinical psychologist, and I follow her on some social media pages, but I've read a lot of her stuff. But she kind of really studies the brain. Her specific area is the brain. And recently, while I was reading this chapter, she posted about um, where does memory come from, and it was like a diagram of our memory and where it comes from, and the different parts of the brain. And it was just really intriguing because we think memory is such just a one generic you know that's it, memory. And it's like, well, no, there's long term memory, there's short term memory. Fearful memories come from our amygdala. And it's just things like that I didn't know. And so I think this course is really going to help me move forward in discovering, there's a lot more to just teaching or learning and developing that goes on behind the scenes. And so I'm very excited to move forward and learn more. So thank you.